Pregame.com.
The Carolina Panthers visit the Washington Redskins this week. Both teams coming off losses. Carolina almost pulled out a big win against the Bears the last week. Skins had some trouble in Pittsburgh. VR, this is going to be your free pick this week.
Yeah, Carolina's played in a lot of close games this year. Here's the thing. Coming into the season, bettors, and I'm talking about the wise guys, because the recreational bettors don't really influence the season win totals betting market. It's the sharp money that hits it right away. And with that said, here was another sexy pick, the Carolina Panthers over, after they impressed last year.
Sure.
That was one of the unders that I gave out. I really thought they were overvalued. I disagreed with the wise guys in that one, and I think I pegged it. Now, finally, this team's undervalued. And I think Washington's getting a pass for losing against the Steelers.
Right.
But let's not forget, that Steeler mystique, I still believe in it. You don't play well the week after playing the Pittsburgh Steelers because they beat you up physically. And we saw last week with Washington, they didn't chase RG3 around. They hit RG3. And that's what I love about Dick LeBeau. He loves those rookie quarterbacks because he gets so physical. It's the first time they really take a beating. And I think he's going to show it this week against Carolina. I like Carolina in this spot because they lost to Chicago. I worry a little bit because they came so close. But here's a team that's come so close throughout the entire season. They just need to win some games. And you're finally getting them undervalued. I'm going to go with Carolina here.
Chuck Edel.
And, you know, the NFL is a copycat league. We know that. And Pittsburgh had a lot of success. They held that Washington. They stopped that Washington offense. And like you mentioned, hitting RJ3. They're going to have a little bit of different style defense. Again, I think they're going to copy a little bit what Pittsburgh did to that Washington offense. On the other hand, they were complaining. Newton was complaining we're not running the ball enough. I mean, normally you don't hear a quarterback say that, but they did run the ball effectively there for a while against the Bears. And I thought their offense looked a little bit better. An interception was a return for a touchdown. Yeah. Was the difference in that game. Otherwise, they knock off the Bears. They could have knocked off Atlanta. At Atlanta, we saw what happened with a minute left in that game. So Carolina maybe a little bit undervalued here, and I think plus the 3.5 is a big number here.
I think right now people are still in love with RG3, and rightfully
you're paying
so.
a little bit of premium for him after that first game against the Saints.
Yes.
The first week when he lit it up against the Saints, the public fell in love with him.
Well, last week I had the Steelers.
Yeah, that was my big play.
And the comment I made is, unfortunately, the Redskins have to play defense, too. And their defense has been awful. Hazlitt, I don't know what's happened to this guy. He blitzes and blitzes and blitzes, and it's not 1985 with the Bears.
Let's not forget,
figured it out now.
The one thing I want to add, if you remember last year with Carolina, the first half of the season, Cam Newton lit it up. Mm-hmm. After, I think, the fourth or fifth game, he did not throw for 300 yards again because teams had game film on him. I think that's what's going to start to happen with RG3 because he's that type of quarterback that creates so many problems for defenses when you have no tape on him and you haven't seen him because he's so athletic and he makes plays by himself. Now they have a lot of tape on him. You're seeing his tendencies, which way he likes to go to, which moves he makes. And I think we're going to start seeing defenses play a lot better against them down the second half.
Okay, we've talked about it. Let's go ahead. We're going to make it official.
Carolina at Washington. I'm going to go with Carolina. The sexy pick before the season came in overvalued. I think we're getting them undervalued this week. Washington, tough game against Pittsburgh where they physically got beat up. I look for Carolina to get the cover and possibly win this game straight up. So sprinkle a little something on the money line when you bet an NFL dog.
I think you're exactly right, especially getting +3. I mean,
for sure.
You're cutting it pretty close. You might as well get a little bit of value on that, too. Okay, coming up next, we got the Steelers at the Giants, and what really should be a heck of a game. You're going to get my free pick on this one, and you can see all our videos at pregame.tv.